15 signs you do not even understand it, they are a narcissist. Narcissistic personality disorder, according to Psychology Today, is characterized by grandiosity, a lack of compassion for other people, and also a demand for appreciation. The traits that make narcissists so difficult to hang out with or date, a willingness to control people and a ruthlessness in getting their needs met, happen to make them effective at rising the ranks. To help you figure out if you, or perhaps your boss, are a narcissist, we combed through the psychology literature looking for patterns of narcissistic behavior. We also spoke with Joseph Burgo, Ph.D., a psychologist and the author of The Narcissist You Know. Here are 19 common signs of narcissism and how to identify them. This is an update of an article originally written by Vivian Jiang, with additional contributions by Drake Bear. 1. You are a bad sport. Burgo says some narcissists are bullies, and one of their most troublesome traits is their tendency to be a sore loser and a sore winner. For example, when they lose in a sports match, narcissistic people might try to humiliate the referee. When they win, they might gloat excessively or act abusively to the losing party. 2. You always feel underappreciated. The kind of people that Burgo calls grandiose narcissists always hold a grievance against the world. Those with narcissistic behavior will typically feel entitled to something better and think they're not getting the recognition they deserve from others. 3. If you're not grandiose, then you're introverted, hypersensitive, defensive, and anxious. Psychologists talk about the two faces of narcissism. On one end, there's the hyper-aggressive, super loud type. But there's a softer form of narcissism, too. It's called covert narcissism, which is denoted by introversion, hypersensitivity, defensiveness, and anxiety. Both colors of narcissism shared with a frequent heart of conceit, arrogance, and also the inclination to give into one's own requirements and discount others, Scientific American reports. 4. You think everyone else is stupid. Many narcissists are know-it-alls and have a hard time getting along with coworkers and friends because they refuse to believe they could possibly be wrong about anything. Burgo has observed that these narcissists walk around with a marked sense of superiority to others and have a my way or the highway approach to decision-making. 5. You like to swear at people. Psychologists Nicholas Holtzman and Michael Strube from Washington University in St. Louis found in a study that subjects who scored higher in narcissism are argumentative and curse more than their modest counterparts. They also tend to use more sexually explicit language. 6. You are self-righteous. Narcissists often believe their views are inherently superior to other people's perspectives. But what they truly value is the attention they receive for holding those views. For example, Burgo said, a person with narcissism might believe he has a closer connection to God, but it's more important to him that other people acknowledge this connection and admire his deep sense of spirituality. 7. You feel justified in being mean to people. Vindictive narcissists generally know vengeful or antisocial behavior isn't acceptable. But they feel okay about acting that way because they always feel they've been wronged, Burgo said. What's more, they often take offense where it's not intended, meaning they're always hearing people say, "That's not exactly what I meant." 8. You enjoy leading others and telling them what to do. Narcissists typically enjoy leadership positions since they are able to dominate others and fulfill their need for constant positive reinforcement. 9. You are likely young and male, and maybe an entertainer. A narcissist monk wouldn't be great, but to be Kanye West along with a narcissist is excellent, said the University of Western Sydney psychologist Peter Jonason, an expert on social psychology. After 34,653 face-to-face interviews, psychologist Frederick Stinson found that men tend to be more narcissistic than women across their lifespans. Narcissism is believed to peak during adolescence and decline with age. 10. You hate having to feel emotions. The fact of experiencing a feeling at the presence of some other individual indicates that you may be touched emotionally by friends, family members, spouses, as well as the occasional catastrophe or collapse, says Harvard Medical School psychologist Craig Malkin. That's why narcissists abhor them. Feeling an emotion struggles their awareness of ideal liberty, he continues. To confess to a sense of any type indicates they may be impacted by someone or something out of these. As a result, narcissists tend to change the topic of conversation when feelings come up, uniquely their own. 11. You're more attractive than other people, or at least you think you are. Narcissists are generally rated as more stylish and physically attractive, according to a study conducted by Samin Vazire, a psychologist at Washington University. However, this isn't always the case. According to a 2008 survey, narcissists rated themselves highly in both looks and intelligence, but when they took IQ tests, the results were averaged. When their peers were asked to average their narcissist friends on looks, the results were lower than what the narcissists gave themselves. 12. Instead of listening, you wait to speak. Anita Evangelisti, a psychologist at the University of Texas in Austin, found that narcissists typically prefer to keep the conversation centered on themselves, producing exaggerated hand motions, speaking loudly, and revealing disinterest by glazing over while others talk. 13. You are a serial romantic. Burgo also identifies a group of narcissists he calls seductive. These people with narcissistic traits fall in and out of love quickly and easily, often with people they don't know very well. They think their partner is perfect, a compliment to their perfection, until reality sets in when they realize their partner is flawed and end the relationship. 14. You cheat in relationships and usually get dumped after dating for about 4 months. Psychologists Joshua Foster at the University of South Alabama and W. Keith Campbell at the University of Georgia found that narcissists are more likely to cheat once they think their partners are committed. They also seem to get a rush out of convincing others to engage in promiscuous sexual acts that they normally do not usually in. Through his research, Campbell also found that the 4-month mark, the apparent satisfaction peak in any dating relationship, is typically how long it takes for someone dating a narcissist to see their true colors. 15. You put some people on pedestals. Malkin says the logic goes like this: if I find someone perfect to be near, possibly a few of the devotion will rub off on me, and I'll become ideal by the institution. With this idea in your mind, narcissists cozy around people they find ideal, make it a believer or a beat, and get very disappointed when that individual is not as impeccable as they imagined. For a narcissist, everything needs to be perfect.